welcome to week 8 of The Artist's Way. It's been a crazy last 2 weeks of my life. I let this week go on for 2 weeks because I had to adjust to moving and my new routine and all of those things, so I kind of got behind. I'm a little bit shy because I am not in my typical environment by myself, so this has definitely been one of my barriers to my my journey, is feeling safe to express myself around other people, but I can't wait forever, so here I am. Okay, so I'm gonna start off with, let's do some of the updates I wrote down, some things that have been going on with my song, Pisces. So that was supposed to come out on the 1st, but now it's the 24th, and it's not out yet, but I kind of hit a wall with it where I was having a lot of just like the perfectionism coming up for me, and I think I was stressing so hard about it, that I just started hating it and questioning it a lot, but I've come to the conclusion that I'm gonna release it as a demo just on the ukulele. I may upload the instrumental that I made eventually, but I just didn't really like it with the song, and I think with the time, like with the date coming up, it just made me feel really worked up. So what I've learned moving forward with my music is that I'm not going to announce that I'm releasing anything until I'm done with it, because it puts too much pressure on me, and then I feel like it takes the fun and the overall like artistry away from it. I don't remember if it was week 7 or if it was in week 8, but one thing that I did learn is that there's never a perfect place to stop in art, because I think the example that she used was like, if you're a producer, you can keep trying to like produce it to perfection or keep directing the movie for the rest of your life if you're like a director, or you can keep like trying to like sing even better, but it's never going to be perfect. And I think that I have been trying to find that balance of like the perfectionism in general. Also, I didn't mention that week 8 is recovering a sense of strength, which I definitely feel that. Once I kind of let go of the whole Pisces demo, I started working on just playing around with my guitar and stuff, and I ended up starting a new song, and it feels good, so I think I'm just gonna go with the flow of things and not putting too much pressure on myself. I think when I didn't release Pisces on time, I had like an ego moment where I was like, but at the end of the day, it only matters to me, and I know that I'm not giving up on my dream. So yeah. I also wrote here that I'll never forget what I already know. I had this realization like a few months ago, but like I have really been thinking about this in like since I've moved, that I'm afraid of losing myself, and I just have to keep reminding myself that I'll never forget who I am and what I already do know about myself, and I think that I'm just afraid of going back to the old version of myself. A huge thing with this chapter, with the recovering a sense of strength, is Julia writes that I'm too old really to be a writer is another frequent complaint. This is more ego-saving nonsense. And okay, so an overall theme of this chapter was that what I took from it was that people doubt themselves, and that like we do wait for a perfect moment to try to do something, but there never is a perfect moment to start. You just kind of have to do it, because like we're living life now. And I think that I've even avoided, well, of course I've avoided doing things that I want or moving forward, because like we naturally want to pass time by, and we aren't fully aware that like life is currently happening and that we're here to live right now for a reason. Okay, I'm gonna get into the reflection questions a bit. Okay, so number one, how many days this week did you do your morning pages? And have you been very tempted to abandon them? How was the experience for you? So, I have had, like, the last couple weeks have been hard because I've been kind of getting into a routine and it's like completely different. So I've lacked, like, I don't even know how many days I've done them in 2 weeks, but it's not been good. I don't want to abandon them. I'm just not doing them, but like deep down inside I want to do them. My focus has been off too, and I just need to be more in a routine, and also just like being more my self-care and focusing on the things that I need to do to move forward and the things that help me and make me feel better. Number two, did you do your artist date this week? Have you been allowing workaholism or other commitments to sabotage this practice? What did you do and how did it feel? So I actually did not do an artist date last week, and that's one of the reasons why I let it go on for 2 weeks. Because I just like did not, like, I feel like I need to at least do like one of the like the morning pages or the artist date to like feel a difference. So I didn't want to like blaze through this because it's like, oh, the week's over. Breaking the perfectionism, which I may have already said. I went to a parking garage and I practiced singing. I was singing The Subway by Chapel Roan, and I was there for like maybe like an hour or so, and it was really good. It was really fun, and I'm happy that I chose to do something that makes me feel more confident in my like singing capabilities. Yeah. Okay, so number three, did you experience any synchronicity this week, and what was it? The main thing for me is that this book is like a synchronicity with my life. And maybe it does just make me more aware, and that's why it's in sync, but I feel like I try to pay more attention to see like if other people maybe have dreams that are bigger and they just don't admit them. But it seems like, you know, I think maybe everyone does. I definitely have noticed that a lot of people do, and then it just kind of makes you think that like maybe we all are like kind of the same. And I think that I'm grateful that I do believe in myself in some sense, because it is kind of sad to see like how many people may miss out on opportunity because you don't believe in yourself, and I don't want that. And I highlighted here, most Block creatives have an active addiction to anxiety. I completely agree with this. I feel like I am constantly trying to find something to be anxious about, when there's no reason to be. And another thing that really stood out to me in this chapter was the filling the form, which she talks about like filling the form is like, what can you do like right now, or like this month, and just asking yourself those questions when it feels like whatever you're doing is like bigger than you. And when it feels like that, sometimes we can procrastinate and hold ourselves back, but really it's just taking small steps towards what you're working towards. And I highlighted small actions lead us to the larger movements in our creative lives. And I do feel that, where I feel like it's just like before I sit down to do something with my music, I do feel like it can be really overwhelming. But then when I do break it up and just do something, it makes it so much easier. And that's even how I was able to come to making a new song. Okay, and then last question is, were there any other issues this week that you consider significant for your recovery? I wrote, staying true to myself and remember to focus on me, not letting any external drama or anything get in my way or distract me, because at the end of the day, it doesn't move you forward. And then I wrote, knowing that the ego stretches out problems. She wrote, I think it was in this chapter, that like basically time is like an illusion, and that our ego makes us believe that like a year is a long time, or even 5 years is a long time. But you know, if you had started a year ago, then you would be in a completely different place. And I think that I've understood this for a long time. Actually, I've known that for a long time, but it's not like I fully understood it. But yeah. Alright, well, that is pretty much it for this week. I'm almost done. I only have 3 weeks left. I'm kind of sad, honestly, or I guess it's maybe 4 weeks. 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, 4 weeks. Okay, well, thanks for watching.